Hello, this is Mike from Dimensional Walking. So today I just want to, first of all, I want to tell you that apologize. The lighting is not too good today. We have a large storm out there. We lost power, so I'm going to try to do this with my power of my computer. So hang in there with me. I know the light doesn't look very good on here, but that's the best I can do, and I want to get this video out. So today's video, I'm going to call it uh, Pentagon says no meat in the UFO burger. Okay, I think you may know what that means. If not, I'm going to tell you about it. Okay, so this last Friday, the Pentagon put out one of its two reports that it is was mandated by Congress to put out to them about the UFO situation. And so they started out saying some of the stuff that's been said before, that the government investigations since World War II have found no evidence of alien technology that included most of the sightings uh, were misidentified or haven't been yet identified. But there's no problem, no issues, no nothing. So, anyways, now I know why Sean Kilpatrick, who was the head of the AARO, resigned or retired, whatever he did, but he got the heck out of Dodge. So now I know why. So, anyways, the report again, let's talk a little bit more. The report released on Friday announced that the newly formed AARO had found no evidence to suggest that anything had happened. There were any crashes or any UFOs that were being reverse engineered, etc. Just the whole gamut of stuff that we've been talking about over the last 6 months or so, maybe even longer. So bottom line is, again, there'll be another volume coming out in about 6 months, I believe. And again, over and over again, as we've heard, uh, none of this stuff, none of these credible witnesses that Congress brought in front of them, that I think were incredibly credible, anything they said meant anything, apparently. So I guess what can I say? It's kind of a sad moment again, but it isn't that we haven't been here before. Um, so again, some of the other stuff they said is although many of the UFOs reports remain unsolved, the AARO assesses that if more better data were available, most of these cases would be identified and resolved as ordinary objects or phenomena. That's a really ballsy statement as far as I'm concerned, because oh my gosh, just think of the thousands and thousands of UFO sightings by very credible pilots. I mean, I've interviewed pilots, and I mean, the UFO came right next to the plane, and it was so obvious. I mean, I even interviewed President Carter and asked him about it when I used to live in Georgia. I mean, he told me, yes, there was a ship that was right next to his window, basically looking at him. Uh, and you know, come on, guys, let's stop it. I mean, I know everybody's frustrated because I know there's UFOs, I know there's aliens, I know all that stuff. But it's just like we've been just playing this game for a very long time, and I guess eventually it'll stop. I don't know if it'll be my lifetime. I mean, as everybody reminds me, I'm an old guy. Okay, the old dude on the video giving the video today. I always laugh at that. So, but anyways, I've been around. I've been doing this for over 55 years. I always tell everybody, so I know a little bit about it. I'm not saying I know that much about it, but I do know a little bit about it. So, anyways, they go on and on and on. They talk about, again, there's no evidence, uh, you know, and I just can't, just blows me away, these credible witnesses that the Congress had in front of them, that information means nothing. It's just garbage, is what they're saying, basically. Um, so, anyways, what is the deal? Why do we think that this is the situation, or why do I think? You can all chime in there. You can send me a comment, whatever. But here's some of the reasons I think maybe something has, again, stopped this whole continued disclosure situation that looked like it was on a good path. Okay. Not more than a couple months ago, actually. So my feelings is the group that is influencing or controlling the Pentagon, it's still very much in control. Uh, in the past pattern of hope for disclosure and truth, for a brief moment, I would say this is back to the darkness of cover up. Okay. And my feelings are this. Here is the reasons. Here's the reasons I feel. Now, everybody will have their different reasons, but I think some of you will agree on some of my reasons. Number one, at this time, the world is pretty damn fragile, as we all know. I don't have to give you all the reasons why the world is fragile. Okay, fragile politically. There's such divisions in politics. Don't even want to go politics, okay? But you know what I'm talking about. We got other big elephants in the room, like I've talked about. Climate change is a huge elephant in the room. Um, we got wars, we got all kinds of conflicts that are really making everything really jittery. And just Putin again is talking about the nuclear weapon option. Of course, that is makes everything more fragile. So we're not in a good place. So basically, adding aliens to the mix, or UFOs are true and aliens are real, that's going to open up a lot of extra stuff. And one of the things it's going to open up is everybody seems to forget about this. And I mean, when I say they forget about it, they don't, but it's in the background is alien abductions. Okay. The government basically had meetings, agreements with aliens in the past. Okay. I don't doubt that at all. And they made agreements that will trade technology for maybe allowing us to abduct people and do things or whatever they all did. I'm not going to go into that. That's completely another subject. But that subject alone, when that comes out, and it will come out eventually, will just, completely set at least the United States on its tail, okay? Because the simple fact is people are going to say, well, why didn't you protect us? Why didn't you protect us from these alien abductions? Millions of people, thousands at least, probably millions of people around the world, including the United States, were abducted, probed, whatever. I don't know, all that stuff, right? I probably was abducted. Who knows? So, anyways, the bottom line is I think it's going to really PO to a lot of people off that the government didn't protect us. And that's going to cause another stir in our lifetime, in our life. So, anyways, I think those are the reasons. Those are the fundamental reasons why this whole disclosure thing has gone back into the, as I call it, the Groundhog Day situation. Um, so the Groundhog Day situation is investigations. Then we have a bit of disclosure and back to cover up. And this has happened over the last 75 years, as you all probably know. So here we go again. We'll see you. Bye bye.